Morning. I'm not bad, thank you.
Morning. Yeah, I know. Yeah, morning. Sorry, it's quite late in the old day, isn't it? So thanks for talking to us. So you're from Wolverhampton, right?
I am indeed, which was a massively Leave voting area. I personally voted Remain, but being a Democrat, I'm pleased that the will of the majority will has gone through. Although I've, of course, naturally tinged with sadness that it came to this point.
So you weren't having a sort of wake like some people tonight, because I know I've seen quite a lot of pictures of people with sort of candles and like a vigil almost for the European Union, and people feeling sad, but you weren't quite going that far.
I don't think there was any need to. In my case, I've had a few reflective drinks. Let's be honest. But there's no doubt that the impact that the European Union has had on this nation will be will permanently be lasting. I obviously understand why people who ardently considered that instead of the big leap we have taken to be a much better course, but obviously it is democracy. Democracy demonstrated it not just in the referendum, but obviously in last month's general election, and that, in all honesty, the result didn't surprise me. It had been coming.
So you're very magnanimous about it, and I've heard that opinion from lots of people. But are you worried? Because how old are you?
I'm 22. I graduated in November from an undergrad. And actually had the chance during my undergrad to go to Brussels as part of a field trip, and it did strike me as the size of European institutions and how not just how interlinked they are, but how they essentially run things. It did strike me in terms of how quickly it had grown over the 40
So,
years that we
so
were in.
you almost came to understand people's concerns about it. Do you know what's interesting tonight is people
Mm,
who voted one way who've sort of come to see the other way a little bit
yeah.
more over the last 3 years, and that seems to be cropping up quite a lot.
Oh, definitely. I think it's ingrained in the mind of quite a few people, actually, regardless of whether they voted Remain or Leave. I think on the whole, people have thought a decision has been taken. The British people the British public will want it to be implemented. And if there's anything that I think needs to be more considered, is that even in situations of like this, when people obviously do feel concerned and upset, which of course I do, knowing of the opportunities that I've had. I've been into Europe 4 times since 2012. All 4 visits have been brilliant, particularly culturally. I understand those concerns, but if people know one thing, or should know one thing, it is the fact that if there's any country I think on the planet can really bounce back and can really develop from here, it is the United Kingdom at the end of the day.
Aren't you worried? Are you worried though, being a 22-year-old, or
Mhm.
about what comes next for you? Are you worried about not having that freedom of movement yourself?
Oh, of course, naturally, absolutely. And
You'll
no
be able
doubt,
to go.
I
You'll
know.
be able to go on holiday though, won't you? You'll be able to go on trips still.
Yep, the good food, the culture of various places where I've explored, including Germany, France, Belgium, and Ireland, will obviously certainly still be there. But of course, freedom of movement, and particularly for, say, university students, the Erasmus scheme not being available, the European Health Insurance Card, which may not be in operation come the 1st of January 2021. Those kind of things obviously very much press in my mind. And I do hope that that's at the forefront of negotiations, which obviously start rather soon.
Yeah, very soon, I think. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Kathryn. Cheers.
Thanks, and have a good weekend, as I'm saying to